This episode takes us back to Morocco, where I was stuck for 6 months when the country closed all their borders due to COVID. At this point, I was heading back north, and I felt discouraged as there was not really any direction in my journey anymore. I was still coming to terms with the fact that I couldn't leave the country. On this day, I wanted to explore a very special place in the southeastern Anti-Atlas Mountains, the village of Amtoudi.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Pardon, monsieur, il y a un camping ici? Oui. Okay, merci beaucoup.
Amtoudi is not only a beautiful Berber village,
Bonjour.
located deep in a gorge with high cliffs creating a dramatic backdrop to the lush oasis. The village also features two of the most well-preserved Amazigh ruins in Morocco.
Bonjour.
The Agadir and the Agaloy Agadir.
Hello. Il y a un camping ici? Camping?
Non,
Non?
mon père a fait les chambres.
Ok. Je cherche un camping. Un camping. Camping, oui, oui.
Viens avec moi. Viens.
Traveling during COVID presented the challenge that I often found the campgrounds and guest houses closed when I arrived.
Up.
I arrived at Amtoudi. No place is open, but I think that now, after having visited 2 private homes, that the owner of the local auberge is gonna open the doors for me. So here we are at the auberge that they are opening just for my sake. It means I can get my motorcycle in there. Good morning, guys. I am in a beautiful place called Amtoudi. It's a canyon and a small oasis. And here is the owner, Abdu. Hello, Abdu. You're now on camera.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
I arrived yesterday. Everything was closed here in Amtoudi. And they, of course, as everybody else, are hit hard by Corona. So there's no guests at the moment. But this gentleman, he was very nice to open his auberge. So I'm the only one staying there, which is pretty cool. Hello. And there's kids everywhere. And I just want to show you one thing. All the trees are flowering. Such a crazy spring feeling in this lovely canyon. So the plan today is that I'm gonna go now and do a little bit of shopping. And then I'm gonna go up the mountain. There are 2 old ruins, one on that side of the canyon, and then there's one over there. But look at this place, it's just crazy. Yesterday was a little bit of a tough day for me. I think I just really was missing my home. I was missing my family. I was missing my friends. And I felt that I didn't really have so much of a purpose. I think maybe because I kind of turned around and went back north, and going against my direction just did something to me. Salam alaikum. There's a very, very nice atmosphere here in this canyon. It seems like a really laid back, chilled place to be. Yeah, just really lovely. Look at that. This is the main road, and apparently it's the almond trees that are flowering at the moment. I can imagine that during summer there's going to be all kinds of lizards and scorpions and stuff crawling on these cliffs. But since it's winter right now, there's not really anything at all besides cats. And I love cats. I am in the oasis right now, down on the bottom, and it's so green here. This mix of the green grass and the green carrot tops and the onions, and then the flowering almonds and the palm trees, and then the canyons in the back. It's just amazing. On the top of that canyon there is an old gorge, so that's where I'm heading. So the trail up here is pretty steep, and fortunately I have my good hiking shoes on.
An Agadir is a communal fortification, typically built on a location that makes it very difficult for intruders to access. The Agadir serves as a safe place and offered a storage room for each family in the community to keep their yearly harvest and other valuables. The Igoudars were built by the Amazigh civilization more than 800 years ago, in a period when the tribes were still nomadic.
It's really nice to walk here just all alone. No one trying to sell me anything. No one trying to talk. Just alone. It is sometimes a little bit much with the attention that you get, and I get it, you know. Often it's people's livelihood that has been taken away from them, their income, since there's no tourists. But to times it just becomes a little bit much for me, and even if I'm always trying to be friendly about it and just try to laugh, because Moroccans have really good humor, then still sometimes it just becomes a little bit exhausting. I reached the top, but I can't get all the way into the borg because it's closed. But that's okay. It was a very nice hike anyway, and it's nice to sit here in the shade. There's a little bit of wind up here, so I'm being cooled down. So this little auberge that I'm staying at is actually closed, but the owner was so nice to let me use their kitchen so that I can just cook some coffee and some porridge. And I thought I just wanted to invite you inside of a classical Moroccan kitchen. I'm cooking my coffee right now. And over here, of course, are all the tagine.
The tagine is a typical North African and Middle East way of cooking. The earthenware pot consists of a base pan and a large cone-shaped cover that will return the moisture to the bottom of the pot during cooking. Moroccans will cook stews with meat, chicken, fish, or just vegetables, and use a number of spices including ginger, cumin and saffron, and even add fruit like dates to the dish. The dish is then eaten with their hands, using pieces of round bread to catch the stew, and it is absolutely delicious.
Good morning, guys. I am right now walking along the dried out riverbed, and just here behind me I can hear that there is a little waterfall from the natural source that they have here, which is of course the whole fundament for the town, that they have water here. Today I'm heading to another Agadir called Agaloy. This time a guy is waiting for me there in another little village here just down this little track, and he's gonna open up the Agadir for me so that I can actually get inside this time. The only pathway to get there is through the river, so they are driving on the riverbed, and it's also a good proof of that there's not a lot of water here, because then of course their main road would be cut off all the time. So the few times that there actually is water in the river, they can't drive there. But they have this little pathway they can walk. But pretty fascinating to live in a place where you are cut off as soon as there is a rainfall. Now we can actually see the silhouette of the other Agadir there on the hillside. What an amazing place to build. Now I have arrived here in the other village. The guy with the key, he was gonna spot me when I got here. Salam alaikum. I now have the pleasant company of Abdullah. Abdullah, no?
Oui, Abdullah.
It's correct, yes.
Je suis le gardien d'Agadir.
We go here or
Oui,
here? Yes. And I have the feeling that I'm gonna have to do an effort to keep up with this gentleman, because he's gonna be quick like a mountain goat. He said there was 56 families living here. Ah, c'est très joli.
c'est pas mon frère.
Ton frère? Ah. C'est nouveau?
C'est un nouveau.
Nouveau, oui.
Oui, c'est un nouveau.
Yes, incroyable. Abdullah, combien ans do you have?
C'est pour mon frère.
You? Combien ans?
Combien mon frère?
No, you.
C'est pour moi?
Oui?
Moi, 5.
5
5
ans.
C'est pour les enfants, hein?
Non, combien ans? Oui.
60.
60. Je suis 50.
50.
Oui.
Tu es marié?
Oui. Oui.
Il y a des enfants?
No.
Il n'y a pas d'enfants.
Solo motorcyclettes. He just asked if I was married, and I always reply yes to that, just because I feel a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes I will be carrying a ring as well. It's just, you know, this part of Morocco is very traditional. It's a completely different thing, of course, if you are in Marrakesh or in the bigger cities. Here it's a completely different thing. The times that I have been honest and say I wasn't married, I very quickly got some, let's say, new boyfriends that I wasn't necessarily interested in. Wow. Look at this.
Abdullah had lived all his life in Amtoudi and is now the guardian of the Agaloy Agadir. He was also part of a large team of archaeologists and construction workers who restored the Agadir after heavy rains had damaged the structure in 2014.
It's like a fairy tale.
C'est pour tout le monde.
Oui.
C'est pour tout le monde.
Yeah, for everybody.
Pour le stock.
Oui.
C'est pour
Le stock.
tout le monde. C'est pour de l'eau.
Ah oui, de l'eau.
Il y a des portes pour le feu.
Ah oui. It's incredible that this wood is still good. These buildings are 800 years old. Oh. So that part is restauré. Oui. This is restored. Apparently this part was collapsed, and this part out here, you can see it on the stones, was destroyed, that outer part, so they will rebuild that. It's truly like a maze here. I'm really happy that Abdullah came with me, because there's no chance I would have found my way around in this place alone. Yes. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. That part is nouveau. Restauré. Wait. So this is, it's restored. What a view. Oh my god, it's almost scary too. Oof. Oh. Very far down there. Incroyable.
the little trail that we came up on. And now we are on the top. So this little tower is for the guardian, who would be watching if they were being attacked from other tribes from around the mountains. Abdullah is closing the door behind us. So we now finished our little tour up to the Agadir, and now I talked Abdullah into joining me for the source, which is about 3 kilometers down the Oasis, or the canyon. Oh my goodness, look at this. So this is the backside of the Agadir. Just magnifique. We are now deep into the Oasis, and here we see how the water is guided from the source down to the village. So there is a constant stream here of fresh water.
Ouais, c'est celui-là et pas celui-là.
Haha.
C'est maintenant elle passe ici.
So this water here comes from this container. That l'eau here is for drinking? Oui? Right. This is why I filter my drinking water. Abdullah just explained me that when it rains so much that the entire riverbed is filled with water up to the very top of these branches here. So like completely full, and then in a few days it's gone again. I can't even imagine how dramatic that would be. It's not a day you want to wild camp in the riverbed.
Camping in riverbeds should always be avoided,
Oh wow.
as rain in mountains far away can cause flash floods, even if it doesn't rain where you have pitched your tent. Abdullah took me all the way down the gorge to the source of the water that fed the village. Truly a hidden gem in Morocco. I would have loved to stay longer in this paradise, but I had run out of cash and I had to find a bigger town with a cash machine.
Yes. Gonna do a little bit of shopping here in my favorite store. Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Oui, oui, très bien. Je veux... Vous avez des pains de longue? No? Okay, but this is fine. It's fresh? Oui. Et en yogourt?
Il y a banane, il y a vanille, il y a fraise.
2 fraises, pour moi. Ah, s'il vous plaît. I mix all the languages. Perfect. Merci beaucoup.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. À bientôt.
I decided to point Honey's front wheel towards Tisnit, a city that I ended up loving so much that I returned 4 times. But that is all for later episodes.